What's going on, everyone? My name is Patrick and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how to make the meal planning process so easy. And I'm also going to share with you my meal planning tool for free and something that I've been perfecting for the last few years. And I think that is why I am so damn excited about this video, because I feel like I've kind of cracked the code. I found the secret formula to making meal planning easy, and I'm finally ready to shout that from the virtual rooftops here on YouTube. So if you've wanted to meal plan in the past, but it's been hard for you to do, or you just didn't know where to start, this video is perfect for you. So the first thing, what I want you to do is go ahead, click the link below the video and actually open up the free meal planning tool. And then in this video, what I'm going to do is walk you through step by step how to use it and 5 ways that you can get the most out of this meal planning tool. Let's get started. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is walk you through the 5 steps to get the most out of this meal plan. But before we actually dive into the tool itself, step number 1 is all about building a system. James Clear, one of my favorite authors of Atomic Habits, has a great point. He says, goals are great for setting a direction, but systems are the best for making progress. So it's great that you want to meal plan. That's the goal. You want to be consistent at it. Fantastic. But we now need to build a system that'll allow you to be successful and allow you to make progress. The good news is I've done 50% of the work for you. That tool will do a lot of the heavy lifting. The other 50% is up to you. You need to find a consistent time every single week and a day of the week to make meal planning a priority. Now, I talked about this in my last video, how to save money in your meal plan, but I'm going to say it again this week because I think it's so important. In my experience, it does not matter what day of the week you decide to meal plan. Pick any day, Monday, Friday, Sunday, it really doesn't matter. But what time of day you decide to meal plan has a serious impact on your success rate. It did for me anyways. When I tried to meal plan through the work window of 9 to 6, I wasn't that successful. Emails would ping up, life would just get in the way, and I would forget to do it. So when I started actually doing it really early in the morning or really late at night, I found my success rate improved dramatically. Those 2 windows, everything is just a little bit calmer, right? The emails are slowing down, people are switching off. It's just you can find a bit more quiet time in those windows to actually sit down and get your meal plan done. So now I do it every single Sunday morning with my morning coffee like clockwork. If you need to, set yourself a calendar reminder. Put it in the diary. Make this a non-negotiable part of your week. If you do these 2 things, download the meal plan, and then you actually designate a specific time of the week to actually sit down and do it, you now have a full-fledged system to be successful meal planning. Step number 2 is to build a data bank of recipes. So go ahead, open up the meal planning tool, and this is what you should see. This is the first tab right here. But what I want you to do is click on this second tab, this dinner database tab. This is where you're gonna host all of your favorite recipes right here in this tab. You'll see the meal title, the type, whether it's gluten-free, dairy-free, things like that, the different ingredients that go along with every single meal, as well as the source, where you found that recipe from, usually online, maybe it's a cookbook that you have. And finally, the last column is for notes. This is just for you personally. Maybe you want to substitute something, or maybe you really liked something about it, or adjusting different spices and herbs. This is where you would keep your notes. So this is how it looks. As you can see, I've got you started here with 6 recipes. But we want to do better than this. We want to build a data bank of recipes, and you can do this in one of 3 ways, really. So the first way is what I call upfront building. This would be you just going out and researching 20, 30, 40, 50 of your favorite recipes and inputting them into this tool. You may have some favorites already that you want to include. The other option is what I call on-the-fly building. So I would just choose 7 weekly recipes, and I would just put those into the meal plan database, and then over time that would grow. So after 12, 13 weeks, I had nearly 100 in the data bank. Or I suppose option number 3, you could do a little bit of hybrid, you could do a bit of both. You could add some up front, and then you could add some on the fly as well. The most important part of this section is definitely the ingredients, and you want to fill out all of the ingredients in that recipe, regardless if you have stuff in your kitchen or in your pantry already. And I'll tell you why in just a little bit. Now, there are 2 major benefits to building this database. Number 1, it just keeps you organized. It keeps track of your favorite recipes, and it allows you to delete ones that you didn't like. There's oftentimes I've planned a recipe, I cooked it, It was pretty average. I just swipe it off or delete it off of my database so I don't use it again. But the real magic of this is that over time, you will speed up the process of meal planning. Once you build that big list, let's say you have 50 to 100, you don't have to come up with new ones every damn week. You just go into your database and you pluck and custom pick the ones that you want for the week ahead. As I said from the top, I've given you a bit of a head start with these 6, but feel free to build as many as you want. So now that you've built a system and you have a databank full of great recipes that you love, it is now time to plan your meals for the week. So what you do is you go back to that first tab, this weekly meal plan tab, and you'll see it is all listed out right here. Very first thing that you need to note is that the only thing you need to fill in are these pink or peach, not pink, peach sections right here. That's all you need to fill out. The reason is that all these other sections are formulated. They have formulas to make your life easier, so you don't really want to touch those very much. So let's walk through an example right now. Sunday is when I meal plan. Sunday dinner is usually the first thing that we have. So let's pick it from the dinner database. Let's say we wanted that chicken baked casserole. All you do is copy, go back to your weekly meal planner, and paste it into the dinner on Sunday. And what you'll see is it'll auto-populate everything you need, the ingredients and the recipe itself to refer to. And you can see just how easy this is. We jump back into dinner. We're going to do a veggie Spanish paella on the Monday. We go in there, paste it in there. Maybe on Tuesday, you're out for dinner. Ooh. Date night or something like that. So you skip something. You just don't put anything in there. And then Wednesday, you go jump back into your dinner database. You want the chicken zucchini meatballs. There you go. Boom. Everything is so simple and so quick and so easy. Now, one final very, very important thing to note is that this dinner section right here is directly correlated to this dinner database tab at the bottom here. And just like that, there's a lunch. This is for all your lunch recipes. That is directly correlated to the lunch database right down here. So let's just say we had the chicken and zucchini meatball idea, but we wanted it for lunch instead. If we paste it into the lunch section, it's not going to auto-populate for us because the lunch section is correlated to these lunch recipes in here. So if you go into lunch, you find a recipe you like, pulled pork tacos, copy that, and you put it in there instead. There you go. It's going to auto-populate for you. So make sure you just make that distinction. That's why those tabs are all split out, so the formulas work on your spreadsheet. Step number 4 is totally optional, but for me, it has been a complete game changer, and that is to always double your dinner portions. So let's jump back into the tool and I'll show you why. If we go back down into the dinner database tab, any recipe that I enter into the dinner database, I'll always make sure that I have a recipe for double the portions that I need. So for us, there's 2 of us that I cook for, so I make sure that the portions are for 4, or the recipe is for 4. If you have a family of 4, make sure the recipe and the ingredients that you have are for 8. And I'm gonna show you why right now. It is gonna save you 50% of the work that you need through the week. So let's take a different recipe this time. Let's say we have Dijon baked salmon with side salad. And we put it into the weekly meal planner here in the dinner section on Sunday. We enter it right there. What I'll do is I'll make double the portions so I have leftover for lunch. So as I said before, the dinner database is linked to the dinner section right here. The lunch database is linked to the lunch section just above. So what I would do is actually just manually take it from the dinner section, the Dijon baked salmon, copy it, go up to lunch and put it in lunch the next day. It won't auto-populate the ingredients, but if you calculated double portions in the dinner section, you won't need to anyway. I promise you this tactic is gonna save you a tremendous amount of time on multiple fronts. First, you're not gonna spend so much time, what's for lunch? What do I need to prepare? Pulling everything out, cooking, cleaning, serving. All that is gone for you. You just yank out the leftovers and put them on a plate and you are good to go. You're also gonna save a tremendous amount of time and energy while you meal plan because you're only trying to select 7 dinner recipes as opposed to 14 recipes, 7 dinners and 7 lunches. It will save you money as well because you're not gonna be eating out, at the office or your kids asking for lunch money because they have everything prepared already. This tactic has just bought me back so much time throughout the week that I can spend doing on other things instead of cooking and cleaning. Now, breakfast is another different ball game. We personally don't eat much breakfast. We try and do intermittent fasting, but I appreciate that is not for everyone. So if you are someone who loves breakfast, there's a tab there for you. There's a database you can build, but you can also fill it out in the meal plan as well. Go for it. It's your plan. You should customize this tool to make it work for you. Okay, so now you've input all of your meals that you're gonna need for the week into the tool. It's now time for the fifth and final step, and that is to consolidate your grocery list. So we do two things in this last step to make sure you're not buying a load of duplicates or just buying stuff that you simply don't need. So what you do, dive into this weekly meal plan. I've just filled this out as just an example one for the week. And we can see in this ingredients section here, this is where all the ingredients we're gonna need for the weeks of cooking those dinners. So what you wanna do is two things. Number one, go through it and just make sure that you consolidate. If there's onions in 4 of the meals, make sure you just list all the onions that you need for the week. The second thing you do is you audit your list. So go through each recipe and just cross off on the shopping list that you're writing, just cross off stuff that you already have. So in this first one, this Dijon baked salmon with side salad, let's say I already had parsley and Dijon or other mustard in the fridge, I would just strike those off my list. I know I wouldn't need to get them. So by consolidating your list and then auditing it, you will go to the grocery store and get exactly what you need. No duplicates. And that is exactly why you list all the ingredients when you're building your database, because this is this portion and this is the moment that you just cross them off the ones that you don't need. And that's it. It's 5 simple steps using that meal plan. You've got your system in place. You've mapped out what you want for the week. You've got your grocery list. You're organized. You are ready to slay your weekly meal plan. I cannot tell you how much time and energy this tool has saved me over the years, and I'm hoping that it can do the exact same thing for you so you can spend more time enjoying your week and doing other things than cooking and cleaning. Hopefully you've done this already, but make sure you click the link below this video, download the tool yourself, save it to your computer so you can use it forever. Please feel free to modify it, tweak it to your specific needs. It's your meal plan. It should work for you. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or smash that thumbs up button. It just lets me know what type of content you want to see more of. Thank you so much for your time and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video.